beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, welcome to the family. It's really nice to have you. In today's video, per tradition, we are going to be doing my birthday makeup. For some reason, every year since lockdown, when I've been making content, we have always done the same thing when it comes to my birthday. We are doing a makeup tutorial slash just watch what I'm doing for my makeup. I haven't really decided what I'm going to be doing today, so it's going to sort of be a decide as I go along sort of thing. I'm gonna start by actually putting a facial toner on. I'm using Holland & Barrett's facial toner aloe vera with cucumber extract because it just makes my face feel super soft, and obviously I've got a bit of redness and this just helps relax the skin before makeup, so it's great. Okay, so my whole face is covered with it now. I also put it down to my neck just so my neck is extra moisturized. I will now go ahead and put on my sunscreen. This is the Ultra Sun SPF 30 Face Anti-Photo Aging sunscreen. I got this from TK Maxx. Originally it's 36 quid, which I think is ridiculous, but you sort of need sunscreen. But I got this for £17 from TK Maxx. We love a good sale. Apparently you can get away with just doing one finger worth for your whole face, but I always feel like that's never enough, so I always just do more in the end. It's quite cool watching back the videos and seeing exactly like how much I've changed, because neither videos in the past did I put on sunscreen before putting on my makeup. Now obviously I know the importance, and I did know the importance of SPF and sunscreen. However, I would always be like, most of my makeup products have SPF in it anyway, so like why should it matter? But it's always best to have too much SPF than not enough. Especially if it's gonna keep me looking younger, I don't mind doing it. This is the first time I've put this brand of sunscreen under my makeup though. So we're gonna see how it goes, because usually I have been using this quite a lot, but I've been putting it on when I've got nothing else on, just the sunscreen, and then if I do put on any other makeup, it's just like tinted lip balm or tinted lip, because it's quite sticky. It's not greasy though, which is great because I've got very oily skin, so obviously I sort of want it to tear away from oily. The next step is an eye primer. Now I've got the 17 eye primer. Well, 17 is Boots' own brand, so it's quite cheap, but it's pretty good. I put this on just to make sure that my eyeshadow doesn't crease. It also helps if I'm using a colour that's not that pigmented. You can pack it on a lot more when you have the eye primer. Now, I was gonna use my April All Eyes on You like eye crayon because I do love this. I adore this. It's very good. The only problem is, oh, never mind. I've somehow fixed it. Okay, well, that makes it invalid. I was going to say, I don't know whether you can even hear it, probably not, but the last time I unscrewed the lid, the whole crayon stick just fell out. I guess it's sort of just been stuck in there again because it's now in there. So let's go back to the original plan. I'm basically just gonna colour my whole eye with it and then maybe go around with red around the sides to like blend it out. I'm also gonna go over it with like obviously a black eyeshadow just to pack it down. I do think if you've got the Mina one, which is quite expensive, but the Mina one does not budge when you put it down. Like once you've got it down and it's dry, it's stuck. I have the mini Mina one. I did have the bigger one. I'm not sure what I did with it though. But the mini one is really good if you're trying to be really precise, or just use it as an eyeliner if you're good with eyeliner pencils. Very good. Also, if you do have the thick crayon like I do, it is also another reason to get this one, is purely for the corner of your eyes. Like as you can see, I put the thick one in the middle and then it shows me the crease of my eyelid, and then you can go with the thin one to be more precise, especially the inner corners, because I don't know whether you can turn this one, it goes really high up. Oh, and I just put more on. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a baby wipe or a reusable cotton pad or a reusable cotton tip, Q-tip, whatever you have, just to clean up the lines.
They say that love is blind, but I never trusted sight. When I turn and look inside.
I am now going in with a cornered brush with my Essence Pitch Black Vitamin E eyeshadow, just to pack down this black completely so that it can't budge. I'm not too bothered about the lines at the moment because obviously I'm going to cover them in red, but that is done. Also, I don't mind the black on my face because I haven't done my foundation yet. This is why I always leave my foundation afterwards, because I am a mess and I feel like if I did my foundation before my eyeshadow, I would have to redo the whole thing anyway. I am now going in with my Just Peach eyeshadow from Revolution. However, I got this from Primark because Revolution and Primark are doing a collaboration. As you can tell, I haven't used this eyeshadow yet, so we're gonna see what it's like. I'm gonna use this very nice like orangey red color because I feel like that'd be nice. I also feel like if you had a wine red, that'd be gorgeous. I'm gonna be using this big brush. Now I'd like to say it's clean, but it's been stained. We are going to dip it in the red, which is really pretty. That's such a cute colour. And we are just going to go around the black just to blend it out a little bit. If it wants to focus on me, that'd be great. I will keep blending. Obviously my eyes do not match, but this color combo is actually gorgeous. I'm obsessed. It's definitely not as orange because of the black, but it looks like such a nice shiny brown. It's gorgeous. So I'm gonna go again and clean under my eyes. And then we are going to go in with my skin primer. I actually do two different primers, which is, I don't know, that's just what I do. Obviously, I don't think that's suggestible for everyone, but that's just what I do. So I have a very oily T-zone, really bad. So I go ahead with the 17 Boots brand again, Matte Base Perfection Oil Control Primer. I purposely use this one only on my T-zone, just to hopefully stop my makeup breaking, because I have such oily skin, and depending on the foundation, it can definitely separate throughout the day. So I got this to hopefully stop that. I've been using it a lot and I haven't noticed a problem combining it, because I do combine it with the one silicone free primer that does it all, Impossible Primer Base by Wet n Wild. So I do mix these two together, and I think you can tell I love this one. The fact it's so dirty, I use this a lot. Even if I don't have this one, I still use this one. It feels so nice on the skin and it is very thick. So I'm starting with the 17.
Searching for the moments I'm a little less empty inside. Fewer late nights 'cause nobody seems to make the time.
And then the last placement is my forehead, but I don't go all the way out to my forehead. It's more just the center that I do with this one. There you go, that is all blended out. Then I go in with the Wet n Wild one. I think I need to get some more of this, but it is so thick, as you can tell, the fact that it is standing up, like, it is very thick, but it does feel so nice on the skin. And with this one, a little does go a long way, because once it's melted, it does stretch out quite a lot. So I do the round of the edges with this primer, and I will go ahead and blend where these primers sort of meet with the Wet n Wild one, just so that I know there is no areas that don't have a primer. I would also like to say you can use the eyeshadow primer under your eyes to stop the creasing of concealer. However, I don't, because under my eyes sometimes comes up a little bit dry, and the old Barry M eyeshadow primer that I used to use, that would be very good for it because it wouldn't dry out. The one that I use at the moment is quite drying, so I wouldn't suggest it. It's also got quite an orange undertone, but it does stop the creasing, but it just looks a bit dry. So any bits that are red, especially like I've got this here now where I've cut my eyebrow on my nose, I will go ahead and use the Collection Lasting Perfection Corrector in the colour green, because red cancels out green. Colour theory said that the skin isn't as red, so it's definitely not as noticeable under my foundation.
Story, 'cause I know how it is. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the rules there. No, it's not right. No, it's not right. I sleep better at night. When love isn't enough, you have to move on just to be numb. You know the
My skin definitely looks worse on camera. I've noticed, like, especially editing the last video, when I was doing the eyeshadow bits, I was like, I didn't notice that redness, I didn't notice that in real life, but on camera, I definitely can. So if you're going to do your foundation or makeup in a camera, I understand why people have really strong ring lights now, because natural lighting and cameras just don't mix. They do not mix. Okay, now that's blended out, I will be going ahead with my foundation. I will be going in with my good old Tracy In Your Tone Sleek Makeup 24-hour foundation. I am someone who switches between foundations quite a lot, but this foundation is one that I've actually stuck to, and I feel like I've been using it for a while now. I can't remember whether I was using it in the last video or not, but I know I've been using it for over a year, because this is like my second or third bottle, which is pretty good for me. As I said, I switch a lot, so usually I'm like, I'll just grab whatever looks good. But this one I've stuck to. It is so nice, the colour is nice, the feeling of it is nice. It doesn't separate as much as some other foundations do, so it's really good for oily skin. The other great thing about this foundation is, once again, it has SPF in it. It's SPF 30. So you're being protected while wearing makeup. So I don't want to go too heavy with the foundation today. I want to keep it quite thin but still protected and covered, and obviously I don't want to show any acne and stuff like that. So instead of applying it directly to my face like I usually do, I usually put a few dots on my face, I'm actually putting it straight onto the sponge and then just blending it out so that it's thinly applied. I have seen people use those like makeup spatulas to apply their foundation like really thin, but I always feel like that'd be too thin for me. And I also am like, does that make a difference to it being even? Because you're going to be blending it out and spreading it out anyway. If anyone has used it and has an opinion on it, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to know some more. Would you suggest it? Would you not? Does it actually make a difference? I have done my face of foundation, but now I will go ahead with my neck. Now I do my neck very different. Even if I am being light with it, I'll always apply it straight with my finger onto the skin and mostly apply it straight to my neckline and then blend in, because we want the neck to blend in, you know what I mean? I don't want to be able to see the colour difference of my neck, my foundation. Even though this is quite a good colour match, we don't really want to risk someone seeing if there is a slight difference, especially during winter and summer, because obviously I am a lot more tanned during the summer, as I'm sure most people are. Well, you're either tanned or you burnt, like. So that's all blended in. I will now be going in with my concealer. So I have been trying out a new concealer, which I do quite like. It is very non-drying, and it doesn't crease as much. However, the colour match isn't perfect right now, so I tend to stick with the new one without foundation because it's a lot closer to bare skin, which is the NYX one. But if I'm trying to colour match, especially like acne or just to under my eyes, but to colour match completely, I will go ahead with the same brand as my foundation, Sleek Makeup In Your Tone Long Wear Concealer, because they do match. I use the 3N in the foundation, which is a 3 natural, but I do use a 3C, which is a 3 cool in concealer, just so that it does slightly brighten under my eyes, but not like over the top pure white. Now I just do a dot there and then a dot up, because especially concealer, a little goes a long way. Now depending on the mood, I will sometimes go ahead and blend with my finger, other times I will use the beauty blender. It really depends on how thick I want to go. If I'm trying to be like very thick, high coverage, then I will go with my finger, because obviously the sponge does suck some of it out, some of it off. But also because this concealer matches completely, I can blend it down so you don't have such a harsh line. I am just going ahead now and covering any acne that is still obvious. Okay, so now I'm ready to go on to my powder. Now I use one of these little like puff cushions, because when you're trying to pack powder on, especially the corner of your eyes, if you use one of these and you pack it in the very, very corner, it tends to crease a lot less, because obviously it's fully packed in. And then I tend to go a bit lighter with the rest of my face, but it just covers up anything that I may still not like any acne. It also blends my face out, and obviously it stops the oil separating a lot more. So I am using the Deborah Milano stroke, I'm trying to read it backwards because I've got the price tag on top of it. The 24 All Perfect. It's a compact mattifying face powder, light texture, velvety effect with, oh, it's got cotton oil in it. How do I not know this has got oil in it? I've been using it for ages. How have I only just learned it's got oil in it? But that's fine. I don't have any problems with this one. And it also goes on really nicely and so soft and smoothing. And then I just do a little bit on my forehead and then we're done. So usually this would be the time that I would be contouring and highlighting, but I'm in pretty much a rush now. I've just realized the time and I should be leaving now. So I guess we are going to skip the contour again. I swear every year I turn out to be rushing because obviously filming takes time within itself, but I don't mind that, you know, I don't mind being late. So we are going to go ahead and put on some mascara and maybe a little bit of a light shimmer in the corner of the eyes just to make my eyes look a bit more open. I might just put a little bit of highlighter in maybe, just so that it's a bit more, ooh, cute queen. I just realized I've smudged it. That's fine, that's fine. So for mascara, I'm actually going in with the e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. I love this mascara because it is actually curved, which is great just to curl the lashes, but it's also got like quite thin bristles so they don't clump up as much. I poked myself in the eye, which you can tell. Oh god, that's making it worse, I think. You know what? That's fine. So the final step in this makeup tutorial video, whatever you want to call it, because I haven't really told you how to do anything. I also haven't shown you how to do anything. I will be going in with the Body Shop Pep Talk refillable solid lip oil. Now I don't have the official case because what's the point? This is a lid. Like, it is tiny, but it's so nice on the lips. And I have very dry lips, so this is great because it gives it colour, but it's obviously making it soft. Also, if you aren't a massive fan of the colour but you do like the consistency, you can obviously top it up with a different colour, which is what I do sometimes. Sometimes I go in with the Lottie the Vampire Diaries Love Sucks collection because it has a very deep purple lip and cheek stain, and if you just sort of top it up a little bit, it does make the lip oil a little bit darker, but it keeps the formula consistent. Especially as this is quite soft within itself. This obviously didn't take me that long to do, the lips I mean, which is great because that way I can take it with me and just top up whenever I need to. It's also quite shiny. I will do my hair, get dressed, and I'll see you guys in a minute. So here it is, the final look. I've brushed my hair and I've got dressed, so we are ready to leave. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy today's video, please do not forget to smash that sub button, hit that like button, and touch that bell notification button so you get notified every time I post, because obviously it does help me and this channel a lot, so thank you to everyone who has done that or is currently doing that. It means the world to me. I post every single Saturday at 8:30 p.m. UK time on the dot, so I'll see you next time. Bye!